Hello, everybody. This is Sechito Isaac, and I'm going to take you through our code. Up here, we have three inputs that enable us to have standard input and output, and then input some libraries. Also input this string manipulation library. And then on this line of code, we predefined some constants. And here we see that we have maximum number of students set to 100, and the minimum, the name length is already predefined, it is 50, and also have the registration length that is set to 6. Now here, down here, we have our struct. It is a student struct, and it has a name, which is a character. Also declare date of birth, which is an array of size 11. When you check here the name, we have the name length that we've already predefined. The name length in our program will be the maximum. We'll hold a maximum number of characters, which are 50. Then we also have a character called reg number, which is a registration length. And here we say that the registration length is 6. And then we also have the program code, which is an array of size 5. And also we have a float, which is the annual tuition float. Down here, we have, we declare a variable called students of type student, which has a maximum number of students that have been predefined, and this number of students are 100. Then here we initialize this variable, which is called num students, and we set it to the number 0. In this case, when we set this variable to 0, it will start from 0, counting on. And then we also have a number of functions that we shall be calling. And for example, the display menu function, when you move down, it is declared here, and you will see it here where we coded it. And up here, we declare these functions, which return apparently they have no input, like we're not passing anything into them, and they're returning nothing. Down here, we create our entry point, which is the main function, and initialize a variable called choice, which is an integer. Down here, we have a do while loop that displays a menu. And what is contained in this menu is this. These are print functions that have many options and the student details that we want to create. Create student, read student, update student, delete student, search student by registration number, sort student, and so on. So this do while loop will iterate through the menu to select, to have these choices selected, and it will also run this switch. This switch has a number of cases: create a student, read student, update student, delete student, up to where the print function that has the word exiting. And the default choice will be valid choice. Please try again later. That happens in case the user inputs any unexpected choice, right? From the ones that we programmed. And then with this, we declared this, I talked about the display menu function, called it, you saw how we use it. So I move on to the create student function. This create student function will check, in the first place, we have an if statement that checks if the number of students is greater than the maximum number of students that we declared up here. It will print for us something that looks like, that will look like, will print for us something that says maximum number of students reached and cannot add more, right? And then if that's not the case, we shall have it print these statements, and they will prompt the user to enter a student name. We have the scanf function that enables us to enter his student name. So we have this variable called new student of type student, and we shall use this variable to add details to the student. We can add the student name, the student date of birth, the registration number, the program code, and nutrition to the student. Then we also have this is an increment. It's an increment. So this will enable us. This is an array, a student's array that is assigned to the new student, and it will always create a new student whenever we run this block of code. So down here we have the read student, function. It will also check and see if there are students or no. So in this case, if the number of students is equal to 0, it will tell us no students found. We also have this character here, search registration number variable, which is an array of size 7. So here it tells us to enter the registration number, and once we enter the registration number, this registration number should be of size 11, shouldn't exceed size 7. Sorry, size 7. So, and here we have a for loop that checks these students, and it will help us to read and check to see if there is a student or not, right? So it will check and display the student records that are there. This is also the same thing that is there. If this in this if statement, you see that if there are students there, if there is no student in this array, you say student with this registration number is not found. Or once we type any registration number that is not equal to the registration number that has been registered, that is what will happen. Or else we shall have this student details printed out. That's the read student function. Another function that we have is the update student. This update student function, big as it is, it will check for students who are in if the number of students is equal to 0, the student found. So we also search by registration number. You need to enter the registration number of the student you want to update. It will scan for the input, and then it will check if there are students there or not. If the student registration number exists, it will give us this. If it doesn't exist, it will say student registration number is not found. Then there is also a delete student function. The delete student function will search by registration number if the registration number has been found. If the registration number has not been found, it will say student registration number is not found, else it will display student details to be deleted. So we also have the search student by registration number function. So this search a student by registration number will also check if the number of students is equal to 0, it will tell us the student found. And then here it will search for the registration number that you type in when you are prompting it to search. It will do a search and it will check to see if this the registration number you've provided, if it matches any of the student details that are there. If it doesn't, print student registration number, so and so is not forward. Or else it will print these registration number details, or it will print the student details here. Then we also have a sorting students function that sorts, it runs a bubble sort and sorts students. In this case, sorry, the bubble sort is here. It says students by name. So this sorting function, it declares a variable called sort choice, and it prints some selections or options that you have to select, and these are compared to the sort choice that you've entered. And then for this case of you can either sort student by name or sort students by registration. Otherwise or else, it will be a valid choice. Please try again once we have a choice that doesn't fit these choices that we have here. Then we have a bubble sort here that we created. It is a sort students by name function. It is a it runs a for loop inside a for loop and also an if statement. It will check and sort students by name. So if this for loop, it checks the number of students and sorts them by name. And we also have this this other bubble sort that sorts students by registration number, runs a for loop and checks these student details, and once you have any registration number that you're looking for, it will sort these students by registration number. And then we also have the export students records to a CSV. This export students records to a CSV file. This function will enable us to export details of the student to a CSV file. Thank you very much, everybody. I would like to tell you goodbye and good night.
Me too.